Hi everyone, I'm Kobe from Wix, and I'm really excited to be here with you. What a year we had. It was so challenging to have businesses last year being dynamic, being adaptive, with the pandemic going all over, and your business need to change. Growing and maintaining a business is really demanding. You need to make sure to set up and maintain online presence across multiple channels, create and share relevant content, driving traffic to your business, getting sales, customers, making sure to manage everything, even on the fly on mobile, and getting these relationships build your brand loyalty and accountability. It's really hard also to work with so many people within your business, streamline work processes, multiple tools, platforms. It's so demanding. It's challenging. Your website is your main hub. 100% of the brand is owned within your website. You need to make sure that you have a business with a complete website solution, being adaptive and adding more tools as your business grow, and making sure that all your contacts, content, relationship is in one place. We want to teach you today the added features today we have on top of the Wix editor. It's not only a website, but it's a place for you to also grow and manage your business. We're going to show you the tools of Ascend by Wix and things you can do in order to grow your business and make a sustainable business. Wix comes with the built-in marketing features and relationship management that enable you to scale your business to another level. Everything is seamlessly synced with your brand, your business, from all these channels, and making sure your business is ready for 2021. Today, we'll go over 3 main steps to make sure that you're doing the best methodology in order to grow your business. We'll start with the best tools to get your website ready for business. If you need to think on your business as a store that you open on front of the street, you need to make sure that everything has the right setup to make sure the customers can go in. You need to have a nice front window. You need to make sure you have nice bags, tools, everything that's needed in order for someone to come in and make the best relationship with your brand. Then you need to drive traffic to the store, to the brand, getting sales, customers, and last but not least, build a relationship with these people. So whether you're a fitness trainer, whether you're an online store, we got you covered with these tools. I want to start with some of methodology, how you can think about your business. We will cover 3 main areas: search, social, and your own audience, which is your contacts and subscribers. With any one of these tools, we have different type of assets. We have content for the blog, images, videos, events, coupons, and things you can do in order to build this content through these type of channels. We're going to start with search, which divided into organic and paid. Then we're going to go over to social, which also divided into organic and paid, and then have some ideas about own audience as email marketing and some other things. So before we start, the best way for us is to understand exactly what's the goal of our website. What exactly you want to achieve? Do we want to get sales? Do you want people to leave their numbers, getting leads, getting more subscribers, or we want people to read my blog posts? Then I want to make sure that the design that either I did or one of the Wix partners did for me is have the right structure, functionality, and is able to achieve the goals when visitors coming to my website. I want to make sure that I did all the advanced SEO tools from Wix, and I want to make sure that my website is Google ready. So first, we want to make sure that we have a nice, clear cover image. It should be above the fold with a nice image that explains your brand. I see many business owners that usually neglect the type of the title, and they think that if they will do just like get ready to fit, people will understand that they're a fitness trainer. Make sure that you have the right title and text that explain your business and make the image reflect. My main tip for you is, first of all, look at your website without images. See if it makes sense, only by text. If this makes sense and you can read it and understand exactly what it's about, this is the first step to make a really good, ready for business website. Then we want to make sure that we have a good business offering. In some cases, it could be one-on-one on free sessions, free shipping. Could be many, many things that you want to make sure to capture the people's eyes when they visit our websites. We want to make sure that we have a good call to action, which called the CTA. It should be above the fold and make people click exactly the way you want it. We want to make sure that the website is designed based on hierarchy. Think on your website as a newsletter, as a newspaper, when you have a title, description, paragraph, And for each one of them, you need to have a unique set of titles, descriptions, and paragraph. Once you do this, also search engine understand exactly what the content is about and what the things you need to do in order to drive traffic to your website. In Wix, you can change the titles based on H1, H2. You can change paragraph and other things in order to make sure that the business is have the things that you need. Then you need to make sure that the website has a good brand accountability. You need to have a social proof and testimonials. Maybe you were interviewing some articles, maybe you were featured in some of the things. You need to make sure to have these logos. Testimonials is also a great way, reviews, to be accountable and people understand that you're a legit business. And it's really important to drive conversions as the traffic comes in. Make sure that you have a content that speaks for itself. Make it clear fonts, understand exactly the text and the structure of the content you want people to understand exactly what it's about. Make clear paragraph, clear text, write simple. Don't try to invent yourself. Make sure to have internal links as people navigate the website. One of the main factors of search engines is making sure that people coming to the website have a good time on site and spend a lot of time on your website, have many page views that they do. So make sure to have internal links so people can navigate from page to page. Don't have a dead end on one of the pages. Make sure that every page leads to another page. And you might gonna think that you don't want to drive traffic outside of my website, but it's not true. Even Google understand the factor of driving traffic from the website into other sources. It could be other articles, could be Wikipedia items. These are the things that also helps Google understand that your content is legit, your business is legit, and it's ranked higher on search engines. Make sure to have a clear contact and subscription forms. In Wix, we have really a lot of forms that you can do for any type of intent. Make the form functional as possible. You can add payment. You can make sure that people do uploads of files for HRs and CVs. You can do conditions. What if someone leave this subject and leave something else? You can make sure to have e-signatures within and multi-step forms in order to create much more time on site and more functional forms. We really have a lot of forms for every type of business, any type of intent. Whether you want to get CVs, you want to download ebooks, you want to make sure that people will subscribe to your business. These are the things that you can use, and everything is adapted to your websites based on its colors and design. You can customize your fit and needs and make sure to have all the things in order to have an updated forms. If you want to use like recaptures, signatures, even automations can be done after the user submit a form or a button. All these type of things are coming out of the box in Wix Forms. Some of the best practices to get a good form on your website. Make the form short and simple. Make sure that you ask only the info that you need in order to increase conversions. Arrange forms fields by importance. Use fields and titles and placeholder text. Make critical fields mandatory. And you might gonna think, if I do something mandatory, maybe people will just not gonna write and leave my website. But mandatory fields make someone that the brand is much more accountable and your information is really important for us to get better relationship with you. You can add reCAPTCHA to reduce spam and bots that coming to the website and do automating form submissions. We have many email automations that can be done that seamlessly integrated into Wix Forms. Could be thank you emails, could be promotion with coupons. You can have now create multiple step automations. These are a few things that just we did in the past year in order to create much more features to our automations features. And you can even connect it to third-party application as Zapier and some others, and we'll discuss that later in the future. You can, if you're an online store, you can set up abandoned emails and abandoned cart. These are the things that drive the highest conversions. Abandoned cart emails can increase up to 29% of your sales. So if you're an online store and didn't do abandoned cart, it's no-brainer for you. You must do it because it's increased your accountability in the brand and also the conversions. Here we have a new feature with the Wix Chat that we will roll out in the next few months. It's a different type of designs that fit your brand and style. And we know that we got this feature request from many users, and now it's going to be live and roll out to anyone. Live chat increase your chances of conversion by 20.5%. It's not only that you can have in the chat something that will be written live, it's also live on the Wix mobile app if you manage and own a Wix website. And it's also good to leave like automated messages once you do things that people you visiting your website during the night or during the weekend where you are not live around it. So you can actually build customers' relationship with a live chat. You can even do automated messages, having forms inside, lead forms, all these things use the chat to capture more leads and drive conversion to the website. Think about yourself. When was the last time you came across a new business and you found a chat and you want to ask more questions and you feel it's something engaging and interact with? The chat is something for you to gonna be live 24/7, even if you're not in front of your desk. You can also interact with visitors in real time. When someone even is anonymous on your page and you know that someone visited your website, you get a notification through the Wix mobile app, and then you can just interact within seconds and get this lead to a conversion customer. Make sure to add all your social channels, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp. These are the things that help people understand that your brand is legit, accountable, and you have more channels to interact with. Some of the businesses has YouTube channels and some others, and make sure to add this on your website. Make sure to optimize your website through mobile, and think about this, that today 70% of your traffic coming from mobile. So think exactly how you can utilize the mobile editor and remove things that are not relevant in desktop and show them only on mobile. And then the website perform much better in terms of conversion and call to action. We also have an amazing feature that I really love personally called Quick Action Bar. It's indicate really floating CTAs on mobile especially that drive people to click to call to your website, send you a message, go to your Facebook page on Instagram. These are the things that highly engage with your website. Make sure that every time you have a URL on your button with a phone number, you have an option of click to call. It's one of the features that I think it's really must in order to make much more seamless experience for the users and visitors on your website to click and move forward and call your business. Wix comes with an out-of-the-box analytics features. So all the tracking events, either if it's add to cart, lead forms, booking sessions, events, paid plans, everything is being triggered to either Google Analytics or Facebook Pixel. It also have a live data on the Google Tag Manager. So you don't need to worry about all the business events, and you can use these things as an important way to measure and understand your business goals and conversions. You can also add customized tracking through Wix Velo if you want to do more customization. And these are the main things that I would think about the setup of the website. Then I want to go about another layer of setup the website, which is mainly about search and mainly about organic search. And I think it's something that a lot of users all the time ask, a lot of business owners, what exactly do I need to do in terms of SEO and making sure that the website is Google ready and friendliness to search engine? So let's first to understand exactly how Google work and other search engine. Think about search as a huge library. Within this library, we want to make sure that I have all the books with all the paragraph inside, and then I approach the front people in the desk of the library and ask a question. By this question, I want to make sure that I crawl all the books, make sure exactly which type of books I want to reach, and then what is the most relevant content that I want to get in order to answer this question. These are exactly how search engines work, based on crawling, indexing, and then ranking. Google doesn't care which platform you use. Only want to make sure is that the content that is being delivered is the most relevant for you based on the question. And this is an important thing for you to understand. We got you covered in most of the basic things that you need in terms of SEO out of the box. The technical SEO, it's something that we got you covered. In terms of exactly how the page is being indexed, how bots and search engine crawl the websites, we got in a huge improvement of what we do and how people crawl and understand your website and search engine. Content is something that you need to do. Think about the way I discussed before, how you need to build your website as a newspaper, that every page has a unique title and description. This is the way that you need to be the content written across your website pages. Last is about it, which is talk about expertise, authority, and trustworthy. As long as your brand will be accountable, these are the things that will be upon you that drive you in a higher ranking and get more organic traffic. So what exactly are Wix SEO tools? And I must tell you, we did an amazing improvement in the past 2 years and added a huge amount of advanced tools. But first, we have the most relevant tool for you to set up your business. We have the Wix SEO Wiz, which is a partnership we did with Google to make sure that your website is being indexed in less than 30 seconds. The Wix SEO Wiz asks you a few questions about your business, your main keywords, and your location, and then build for you a customized, personalized plan to exactly the things that you need to do in order to understand which are the information you need on the SEO. Titles, description, homepage, alt text, all these type of things are relevant that you need to make sure that are green in order to connect to Google. Make sure to complete this step before you connect to Google, because the first time the Google crawl your website has a lot of crawl budget that you can use in order that Google and other search engines will come faster to your website. So the SEO Wiz also have an education step that you can learn more, and you can even go to one of our partners in Wix Marketplace to get professional help with some of our partners to use in terms of SEO. Wix websites index in less than 60 seconds. So what we did behind the scenes is make sure that the website is being connected to Google Search Console, is being verified as you as the owner, and we submit a dynamic sitemap. The dynamic sitemap is something that you don't need to touch because it's out of the box based on the increasing of every page you do and categorization of the type of pages, either if it's product, blog post, etc. The SEO Wiz help you customize your site tags, and you can always do it on your own. For any type of page in the Wix editor, you have a huge SEO panel which allow you to customize the URL, title, description. If you want this page to be no index, you're able to do advanced SEO features as structured data in order to feature on rich results. You can even have an SEO patterns, which is something unique that we did in order to really save you time. And you can create a unique structure of titles, description, based on site variables across all your pages. It could be products, events, booking pages, all these type of things are coming inside SEO patterns, and it save you a lot of time and work in order to be indexed much faster. Think about how to interact with your customers as a local business. Hopefully in 2021, the pandemic will be over and local will continue to be strong for local businesses. I'm happy to tell you that in the next weeks, we're gonna roll out Google My Business feature to Wix users. The feature will help you index on Google My Business fast and seamlessly and get reviews and things that you need within the Wix dashboard. This is a crucial tool for SEO and advise anyone with either a local business, either it's a brick and mortar or service area, to do this step. The Wix SEO tools continue evolving. As I shared with you, we did a lot in the past year. We added roboTXT editing, ability to access to the log file. We have a way to site verify based on Pinterest, Bing, and some other search engines. We have a huge redirect manager. We can help you to import URLs, either from outside of Wix to Wix, and making sure that things will be seamless for you to migrate your website from other platforms. SEO is an important part of your business, but it's not the only one. In the next session, we'll share with you more about how to get more traffic, sales, and returning customers. Stay tuned.
Thanks, Kobe, for this great session. Hi, everybody. It's really exciting to have all of you with us today. My name is Sean, and I'm a product marketing manager for Ascend by Wix. Before this meetup, we asked you to submit questions of what you would want to hear in this meetup today. It's not surprising to me that a lot of you submitted questions regarding getting traffic, sales, and returning customers. A lot of businesses struggle with this, no matter their size or occupation. And hopefully in this short overview session, we'll help you do a better job at this in 2021 in general and using Wix tools. So after search, I think the best place to turn to in terms of getting more site traffic and customers would obviously be social. With huge amount of visitors and customers and users from a variety of business fields, countries, genders, occupations, and interests, this is the platform to showcase your business and showcase your offering and build your audience and get site traffic and grow and get more customers. Let's start with a short intro of search. So a very important thing to do is to choose the right platform you want to invest in. Different platforms cater to different audiences, and as creating a social presence or reaching out to an audience in social requires a lot of investment and investment over time, you need to really commit to it, and you don't want to start a social page or a social asset without maintaining it on the long term, because this will probably end up hurting you more than you will benefit. So if you're targeting a younger audience, probably Snapchat, Instagram, or TikTok would be the platform for you. But if your business targets professionals, you would be better off to target them on LinkedIn or a more general platform like Facebook. The idea here is that you don't want to invest the time in places which are not relevant and will not deliver results, because in the end, it will not be beneficial to you. So when setting up your social platform, you need to keep in mind that you want to have your design and your language consistent with your website and looking the same, so users that interact with you have the same experience and see your brand in a consistent way. It's highly important to add your business info to your page, because in the end of the day, this page's goal is probably to lead users and visitors to take a specific action, to reach out to you or to go to your website. And so you have to have that visible in all times. Also, people tend to forget to add CTAs and expect people to reach their website or other information without them directing them to it. So you should add a clear call to action wherever you can and help users get to the place you want them to get. It's highly important also to have a lot of followers on your page, and this is a real challenge. But pages that normally don't have a lot of followers or fans on them, they are perceived with low credibility. And so this is an ongoing challenge that you need to do all the time to get more and more visitors to join your page, become followers, and be active on this page, and then other visitors will perceive it as more credible. In order to do so, you need to post regularly with great content on an ongoing basis and build that trust or relationship with your potential audience and deliver value to them. Also, you need to answer their messages and be constantly active to what they write on your page. You need to monitor your performance. Some stuff works, sometimes some other stuff doesn't. You need to look at this as a sort of experiment and try and find the tone and the type of content that works best for your business on a specific platform. And sometimes organic doesn't work anymore or doesn't deliver the right results for you. And in this case, you should probably go to advertising, which I'll cover briefly in a few slides. So one of the major challenges we see business struggling with in terms of creating content for social is that it's hard to create high quality content. Most people are not content creators, they're not graphic editors, they're not video makers. And so it's either extremely time consuming or hard to do this stuff or do it in a good way, or otherwise it's extremely expensive and you need to hire a professional, which is very costly to do this for you. And so they don't do this and they don't have exposure on social, or they have poor exposure. And this is why we created two tools, Social Posts and Video Maker. So we'll start with social posts. So in general, social platforms favor graphic content over textual content. More of their visitors interact with it, click on it, comment on it. And so creating beautiful visual content will be highly beneficial for your marketing efforts on social platforms. We created a simple tool that helps you create professional social posts without having to hire a professional. It's a very easy to use editor that gives you a bunch of ready-made templates that always adapt and evolve according to the time of the year or specific business needs we see our users have. And you can edit those templates, change the text, the theme, the color, however you need so they fit your business needs. Also, this tool offers you a large library of photos and vector arts, which are very hard to find otherwise. And we see a lot of businesses struggling with finding good photos to post, good vector art to post. And this is another great benefit for this tool. Another cool feature about this tool is that you can post in one place. Kobe mentioned before that we're trying to have all of our tools in one platform because you know, managing a business online could be a bit scattered. You need to shift from different platforms. So here you can also, instead of going to the page and downloading the photo and then posting on the platform itself, you can post right from the Wix Business Manager from this place. Also, you can schedule your posts. So as I mentioned before, this is an ongoing effort and you need to be consistent and do it on an ongoing basis. And so you can create a bunch of posts in one session, write the captions, and then schedule each one of them to go out on an ongoing basis according to the time you want them, and do it optimally and not reach a point where you're in the last minute and you don't have nothing to post and you lose the momentum of what you wanted to do. So Video Maker is, video is probably the best format social platforms want you to post, because again, it gets the highest amount of engagement by the social platforms audiences. But again, here, it's extremely hard to create professional videos. You need to either hire a professional or create the video yourself, which most of business owners don't know how to do. So Wix offers you a simple and easy to use video maker tool that really helps you create professional videos that anybody can create. You just need to choose a theme or template, add your content, whether it be video or photos, change the text, choose music, and you can export or share the video straight from the platform and use it in other platforms as well if you want to download it and use it in other use cases. I mentioned before that sometimes posting organically on social platforms is not enough and you'd want to go to advertising. But advertising on Facebook and Instagram could be highly complicated, time demanding, and you need a specific skill to learn skill to do it in a good way. This is why we developed a relatively new tool called Facebook Ads, and Facebook and Instagram Ads, sorry. So this tool basically serves as your personal marketing genius, and it's based on AI. It optimizes your marketing efforts on Facebook on an ongoing basis. You provide it with content, and this tool A/B tests the best content combination in order to get you the best ROI on an ongoing basis. Another problem with advertising on Facebook is that because the platform is so robust, it's really hard to get a clear view of what's happening or monitor the performance of specific campaigns. And this is why we simplified all your information to an easy-to-use dashboard that can give you an overview of how your campaign is performing in real time on desktop and mobile. This tool is currently open only for stores on Wix, but soon enough we're gonna advance it to other business solutions as well, like bookings and more. So stay tuned regarding this one. So the last type of channel that I want to talk to you about today in the digital marketing framework is owned audience. So owned audience, I think, is the most important asset a business can have. And when I talk about owned audience, I'm relating that to your customers, your leads, your followers, any person which you can reach out to without having to spend money or without having to go through a third-party platform in order to reach out to them. These customers and fans are your followers, and you can reach out to them at any specific moments without having to allocate any resources to it. And this is why I'm saying this is your biggest business asset, probably. The most prominent tool when it comes to owned audience is email marketing. I want to take this event for an example. Some of you who joined us today saw our social post on Facebook. Others got an invite from a friend or heard about it from somebody else. But the majority of users in this event today are here because they saw our email marketing, which we sent to you. So the fact that we can communicate to you an event like this and reach out to you and tell you about an event like this and provide you with content that helps you become better at what you do, hopefully, is also significant for us. It makes us do a better job in what we're doing. And so this is a very great value for us, but in general, it's a great platform. We've done some research about email marketing, and we see that sites on Wix that use email marketing get up to 8 times more site traffic. So this is a really great tool to get either return customers or new customers. Our email marketing platforms is always evolving, and we have a lot of templates for your every business needs. Also here, we update the templates on an ongoing basis according to the time of the year. For example, Valentine's Day is coming up soon. So in the next couple of days, we're going to have a bunch of new Valentine's Days templates which you can use. So I encourage you to go out and look for them. But this is something that happens on an ongoing basis. Also, for COVID-19, we created a few templates. And every time something happens, we create and update the templates so you can use them for your business needs. So a few examples, we have templates for promoting sales. We have templates for sharing updates about what your business is doing. On the left, you can see COVID-19 Come Learn Online, which is becoming very trendy. So a lot of users requested this, and we've added this template. But also, we have templates for sharing newsletters, which is a great way to reach out to users on an ongoing basis. So your fans, they want to know what your business is up to and what are you doing. And it's really beneficial for businesses to start a newsletter and update them on an ongoing basis about what's happening. Another research we did about email marketing shows that site traffic that comes to Wix site through email marketing is 3 times more likely to convert than any other traffic source. So whether your KPIs is selling, booking, getting leads, if you get that visitor to your site for email marketing, you're highly likely to get the results you want. The email marketing platform allows you to customize the content, design, colors, themes, whatever you want in a very easy and a very, very easy way. So you can create a lot of emails however you want to fit your business need. So let's go over a few email marketing best practices. First, you got to know your goal. What do you want to intend for the email marketing you want to send? And then you got to adapt the content to that. Then it's really important to use very short and precise messages, especially in the subject lines. People need to understand what this email is about, and they want to open it. If you write some long, complicated text, they're not likely to open the text, the email. You need to write in a clear and very concise way. Again, the attention span of users is not very high, and then if you're not very precise about what you want, they're probably going to bounce. And it's also important to create clear CTAs to what you want your users to do. We see a lot of users that don't add this, and then how would the users go or perform the action you want them to perform? So another best practice for email marketing would be to personalize the content. You can add dynamic fields with a name to make the recipient feel that the email is more personal, and it's more likely that they will react to the email if they get a bulk email that was sent out to a bunch of users and has nothing personal about it. And last thing is that you should think mobile first. A lot of users open email marketing on their mobile device, and sometimes we have a tendency to design first for web, but the number of users who are opening on mobile is always growing, and so it would be a good idea to always optimize for mobile. And the last thing about email marketing is constantly monitor. It's not a science. There's no one way to do email marketing, and every audience, every business is different. And so we offer you a clear dashboard that offers you analytics and stats about how your email campaign is performing. You can also see if you added a sale to the email marketing, how much revenue you collected through this effort. And so it's highly advisable to always look at this dashboard, monitor it, learn from it, and evolve from campaign to campaign to do a better job in becoming more relevant to your audience and to get better results. So the common thing about all the channels for marketing, and the common struggle, I would say, is creating great content. Creating content is extremely hard, and most of us are not content creators by nature. And we created a few tools on Wix to help you do a better job at this as well. So I think the first and most relevant or important content format that I can recommend is blog. Blog is great for social. It's great for SEO results. It's great for sharing on a newsletter. It's great for demonstrating your professionality and establishing you as a authority in your field. And it's great for showcasing what your business is doing. So you should strive to write frequently on blog posts to get a regular following. And if you have blog articles, you should update them now and then so they be updated to the relevant content. And keep in mind that this is not a one-day effort. You need to do this on an ongoing basis and be patient. And the results will come. You will find your tone and voice, and you will find a way to optimize your blog effort. You should research your industry and your competitors in your field and see what they're writing about in order to fit the content to specific industry and what you do, and optimize to the needs of your audience. Next feature I want to talk about is events. So events is another great content format. It helps you grow your community and deliver value to your customers. And it's a great reason to reach out and tell them about what you're doing and what your business is doing. You can post this on social. You can promote this on email marketing, and you can, most importantly, deliver value and deliver great content to your audience. Wix offers a great events tool on the Wix editor, which you can easily use to create your events, manage your reservations, and this would be a great thing to do for marketing as well. Next up is building landing pages. So sometimes you would have a campaign or you would promote something, and you would want to have a dedicated page for converting more of the visitors reaching that asset to that specific needs. And this is why we created a lot of landing page templates, which are lighter in terms of content than the regular website. It's just a dedicated page for promoting a specific product or service or offering that you have, aiming to convert more of the users to either buy it or to leave you their information and proceed to the next step of becoming your customers. And last is promotions. So everybody loves sales, and sales are always a good reason to reach out to customers and tell them about the sales. And so this is another form of content which gives you a reason to approach your customers. We have a great coupon tool on Wix, which is synced to all the other tools that I mentioned before. And you can easily create a sale that fits your need and share it on the other platforms to get more visitors. And yeah, that's it. Thank you very much. Next up are Nitzan and Rinat with Streamline Your Work Process and CRM. Thanks.
Hi, my name is Rinat, and this is Nitzan.
Hey.
We're both product managers in the CRM team. Today, we're going to talk to you about how to streamline your work process with Wix CRM and financial tools. We'll do our best to show you as much as possible, but keep in mind there's a lot more. So I would definitely recommend that you explore our tools as well later on. The great thing about these tools is that they help you manage your business more effectively all in one place. We'll start off with showing you one of the most beneficial tools within our CRM, the inbox, which helps you manage customer communications. This is really the heart of communications with your customers. It gathers your different communication channels all to one place, and I'll get more into that soon. The inbox is actually a lot more than just communications. It can save you a lot of time. Let's use Sophie's site as an example to show you what I mean. Sophie is an illustrator and a graphic designer. She sells her work online, does online workshops, and provides branding and design services. In order to help convert more website visitors into leads that she can later reach out to, she added Wix Chat to her site and set up a friendly pop-up automation when a visitor comes to the site, so that they'll know she's there and ready to help if needed. And here you can see a site visitor already responding to Sophie's message. Sophie can then respond to this visitor directly from her mobile on the go or from the desktop. Here in the inbox, she can see all of her other conversations as well, and within each conversation, she can see the entire conversation history, including activities that these visitors made on her site, such as making a purchase or seeing one of the email campaigns Sophie sent them. This way, whenever a contact reaches out, she can know their entire history with her business in one dedicated place. And as you can see, the different channels are marked here in the inbox, automated message or chat, so that she can always know where the conversation occurred. Sophie can also see what page the visitor is on from here in real time, the amount of time they've spent on the site and their location. And over time, this information can give helpful insights about the site, help understand how it's performing and where most of the visitors are coming from. Sophie can also create and use saved replies in case she gets, one of those frequently asked questions, and that saves so much time on responding to leads. She can directly suggest or share products from her site using the inbox keyboard, and she can send services that she offers on her site as well, all from here. She can share coupons and create new ones right from the inbox. And furthermore, she can even request payments, making sure that she's getting paid for her services in a quick and easy way. And if, like Sophie, you're also spending most of your days in meetings with clients, don't worry, all of these can be done on the go. Imagine how much time this saves Sophie and her site visitors, which get everything one click away. As I mentioned before, another one of the benefits of Inbox is that it gathers your communication channels, such as Gmail, chat, Facebook Messenger, forms. This means that messages you get from each of these channels will all appear in your inbox so that you can respond to them all from one place instead of switching back and forth all the time between all of your different communication channels. Now, while you're having a conversation with one of your customers, you can also click on the contact and view all the info about them right from here. So the basic contact info, labels that have been added to them, attachments, bookings, and if you're working in a team, you can even assign the contact to a specific team member. And if you're looking for more information about the specific contact or your other contacts, you can click on View Contacts at the top of the panel or on the contact list in the sidebar and view it all from here. So here's your contact list. This is one of the key tools in managing customer relationships. This is where you can find all of your customers. You can filter your contact list using custom filters. You can label your contacts, and by that create segmented mailing lists, which are really helpful in getting more relevant traffic to your site later on. For example, sending all visitors that purchased a specific product an email about another similar product may bring them back to your site for more. You can view what each contact purchased. You can view notes about them, events they attended, and their entire activity log within the full page contact view in order to get better per contact context. So we've covered customer communication and managing your contacts using Wix CRM tools. And these are two basic aspects of customer relationship management, but you can use them in several different ways and tailor them to fit your basic needs. Making sure you're responsive to your customers is really critical in ensuring your business's success. And a lot of the time, you're actually making this effort in order to ensure that at the end of the day, you close deals and get paid. So Nitzan will now give you a closer look at how you can use Wix financial tools to do this for your business.
Thank you, Rinat. So finances time. And indeed, when it comes to getting paid, we've got your back covered. Using our financial tools, you can seal the deal with your client, you can get paid, you can manage the finances, all in one place, integrated to your website. And it's really easy to use, which is extremely important when it comes to finances. So back to Sophie, who's now ready to seal the deal with her client. So she can create a price quote. She can add a title like editorial illustrations. She can pick a customer who is, by the way, integrated with her contacts list. She can add all the details about the product she's selling or the service she's providing. She can add a description, the price, the quantity. She can even add taxes and discount if she'd like. But more importantly than that, she can also mention her payment terms and her legal terms and notes on the price code. So everything is documented and it can help her build transparency with her client. Now, generally speaking, price codes are really good for the kind of businesses who sell tailor-made products or services. So if you need to customize or to adjust the product or service you're selling per deal, per project, or per customer, you can just mention all the details inside the price code and send it to your client. So let's say Sophie is ready now to send her price quote. Her client gets this professional price quote. And once they open it, they can print it, they can download it, they can even ask a question on the price quote. Because we have a pre-installed chat, just like the one that you might have on your website. So if Sophie's client has any doubts or questions or something she'd like to ask Sophie, she can type in the chat and Sophie will see everything on the back manager. Now, if Sophie's client is ready to accept the deal, she can press accept. And then this approval, again, documented in our system, which is really important. So you can know that your client agreed to this specific deal, these specific terms, payment terms, and notes. Once the price quote is accepted, Sophie can also convert this price quote to an invoice in just one click. So she doesn't need to recreate the whole thing from scratch. She doesn't need to insert all the details to an invoice. She just click on a button and then this price quote converts to an invoice. And when it comes to managing your price quotes, so in the back manager, first of all, you can see a few statistics. So you can see how many price quotes were sent, accepted, expired. You can also filter those according to different time frames. So for example, here we can see last 30 days, but it could also be last year, last quarter, whatever you'd like. Also here you can see the list of price quote, which you can also filter by the price quote status. You can search in it. And also Sophie, of course, can take a few actions. She can edit the price quote in case maybe hopefully your client wanted to add a service or a product, so the same price quote is just updated. She can resend it, she can print it, she can download it. And if she'd like to duplicate it, in case she has a similar offer or a proposal, something that is really similar to the one she's already sent, and she again doesn't want to just recreate the whole thing from scratch, she can duplicate the price quote and of course make the adjustments and override the things that she'd like, but it's still less work. She can also mark this price quote as accepted in case Sophie's client just told her that it's okay over the phone. She can delete it. And another cool feature that we have is the ability to see when was the last time your client saw this price quote. So we can see, for example, here that this price quote was last seen on December 23rd. And it's really important. You can also see the hour, by the way. So before you remind your client about something or about the price quote, make sure you know when was the last time they've seen it before you do that. And as I mentioned before, price quote can be converted to an invoice, but of course, Sophie and you can also create them from scratch. So if you'd like to send an invoice to your client, again, the layout is really similar to the one that we've just seen before with price quote. So you can add a title, you can add a customer, you can add all the details about the service you're providing or the product you're selling, the description, the price, the taxes, notes, legal terms. But here in invoices, we have another cool add-on. So if you have your booking app or your store app installed on your site and you have your products or services, you don't need to add them manually again. You'll just click on the items list of the invoice and you'll see automatically all the products from your store and all the services from your booking. And once you choose a product or a service, then the name, description, and price are automatically added to an invoice. Of course, here you can adjust them, you can make adjustments and corrections if you'd like, but still less double work for you guys if you just already have these products and services intact. And again, once Sophie is ready, she's sending this professional invoice to her client. And also here, they can print it, they can download it, and the most important thing, they can pay the invoice online. And once they click on the pay button, they get to a checkout page with all the payment methods that you already connected to your site before here. So Sophie client can just pay on this invoice. And if she'd like to pay offline, let's say she prefers cash or a bank transfer, then the client can pay and Sophie can mark this invoice as paid in the Bag Manager afterwards. But let's say, even though this professional invoice looks good, it wasn't the best fit or the perfect match for Sophie's needs. So she can go to our settings page and edit the invoice template. Of course, she can add her logo, but she can now do much more complicated and important things with the layout. She can change the title. So in case she'd like it to be called tax invoice and not just invoice, she can do it, or whatever she wants actually. She can add business details on the invoice. So let's say Sophie wants to add her website, the URL to appear on the invoice, or any other detail actually. She can just add a business custom field with the website and the URL, and it will appear on all the invoices. She can also define the default values for the notes and legal terms, again, to save you time. So you wouldn't need, or Sophie wouldn't need, to just rewrite them every time she creates an invoice. Again, of course, these can be adjusted per invoice, but in order to save you time, it's really a perfect tip that you can use. Now, this feature is something relatively new that we added because we got a lot of requests from you guys and asking, you know, every business is unique and every country has its own regulations, and we couldn't just make it fit all. And it's fine, but now you can use this feature in order to adjust the invoice and in order to make it exactly what you want and need. Another kinds of invoices that we have in our system are recurring payment invoices. And this fits for businesses who sell subscriptions. So if you'd like to send your customer an invoice every billing cycle, for example, every month, every week, every year, you can just create a recurring payments invoice. So the invoice is automatically sent, but more than that, once your client pays for the first time, they will be automatically charged. So you don't need to worry about sending this invoice every month or every week. And your client doesn't need to worry about paying it every time. It just happens automatically. And of course, like all the other things, you can manage it in our system. So you can see all the subscription details. You can see all the invoices that are linked to this specific template in one place. If you'd like, you can cancel it or adjust it, and it can really save you time. And if you'd like to manage your invoices, so again, you can see really cool stats about the money that you got, the money that you are owed, which is really important as well. You can see all the lists, you can filter it, you can search, you can bulk download up to 50 invoices at once if you'd like. And again, here you can also take actions. You can edit the invoice, you can preview it, you can print, download, add payment. And another cool feature that we have here in invoices is the ability to share an invoice link. So let's say Sophie wants to remind her client about an overdue invoice. She can just copy the link and send it via any platform she'd like. So it can be a WhatsApp, SMS, whatever works best for Sophie and for you. And another thing, just as with price quotes, again with invoices, you can see when was the last time your client viewed this specific invoice. Really important intelligence. And last but not least, if you prefer to work with another billing system of your choice, we have financial integrations. So your sales from your site are integrated to the billing system and all the financial information is just transferred automatically. So summing it up, using our financial tools can really help you organize the business, but most importantly, getting paid. So now it's time to automate the process. And back to you, Rinat.
Thank you. That was super insightful. And there's just a few more important tools in our CRM that you should definitely know of, as they can really help you save time. Instead of spending your time on these tools, you can spend the time doing the things that are really critical for your day-to-day business. So these tools are workflows, tasks, and automations, and you can set it up once, and then they'll be working for you throughout your day-to-day work processes. So let's start with workflows and tasks. Using workflows and tasks, you can keep track of all of your projects, whether it's to view the status of all of your leads at once or to set up reminders so you won't forget a thing. With workflows, you can set up and customize any workflow that suits your business. So whether it's a lead capture funnel, a job application process, a to-do list, and so much more. And with tasks, you can assign tasks to specific team members, enabling you to collaborate more easily. You can also mention a specific contact in your task so that you'll be able to easily find their contact info later on. All of the CRM and financial tools we mentioned, contacts, inbox, chat, forms, workflows, tasks, price quotes, and invoices come together with one special tool called automations. This tool is your magic, your time saver, and it will help you spend the right amount of time on the right things. So how does it work? Automations is broken down into 3 parts: trigger, action, and timing. The trigger, which by the way, you can also use with several other apps in Wix, such as stores, bookings, and events. The trigger is what starts the automation. When this happens, the automation will work. The action is the reaction of the trigger. So when the trigger happens, the action will work. This can include sending an email, sending a chat message, getting notified, and there's more advanced options such as using a webhook and Zapier. If you're working with external tools, you can use Zapier to connect your Wix apps to these tools. The actions help you bring back more visitors to your site or can help you manage your day-to-day tasks more efficiently. And last but not least, the timing. This can either be immediately, meaning right now. So when this happens, do this immediately, or it can include a delay. When this happens, do this after a few hours. For example, when a cart is abandoned on your site, send an email after 6 hours. In specific cases, you can also choose to activate the automation before the trigger. So let's use invoices as an example. With invoices, you can choose to send an email 3 days before an invoice is overdue. The trigger, as you can see, is invoice is overdue. The action is email, and the timing is 3 days before. There's a lot more you can do with automations to increase your customer conversion and to save your time, whether it's thank you emails, reminder emails, notifications, moving cards in a workflow, or even multi-step automations, which is a series of actions from one trigger. So that 7-day email sequence you wanted to send, this is how you do it. To make sure you're really improving your conversion and saving your time with all of these tools, you can and should use the next helpful tool. And yes, there's another one. And yes, you can find it all here in one place. So Nitan, please tell us about the next tool.
Sure. Thank you. So reports and analytics, last but not least. So we know that probably most of you are busy business owner, if not all of you. And we know that probably your day-to-day is hectic, you're moving from one task to another, and probably there's never enough time, right? So, but when it comes to reports and analytics, it is really important to just pause for even 5 minutes a day, just to analyze the results of the effort that you're investing with the marketing tools, with optimizing your site. You're really investing a lot of time, effort, and money in this. So it's really important to just stop and see what are the results of all of this and maybe how you can improve it. So the first 2 reports are financial reports of invoices. We have the revenue summary and we have the tax summary. The revenue summary includes all the transactions, all the payments that you got through invoices. And the tax summary is an aggregation of all the information of the taxes that you collected, aggregated by tax rate. Now, you can of course choose and pick a date range if you like. And for those of you working with an accountant, this might be very handy, Because if you need to hand on to your accountant all the summary and the reports every quarter, year, or whatever you'd like, you can just go here, export this to a CSV or print it and hand it to your accountant. And the traffic overview, yes. So on the session before, we talked about getting traffic to your website. So it is really important to try and understand if the marketing efforts that you invested actually worked. So here you can see the total site sessions. You can see new visitors versus returning visitors. You can even see average session time, which can help you learn about the content in your site and if it fits all the audiences. You can also see the traffic by different categories. So it can be over time, it can be by source, and then you can see which marketing platform works best for you. So you can see all the traffic coming from the different sources, and then you can see which source was the most successful in bringing you the most traffic and which was not. Also, you can see the traffic by location, so you can learn where your visitors came from. And then again, one of the most important things of the business, the money, the sales overview. So this gives you just another layer of info regarding your business. You can see here the total sales, the number of orders, the average order value. You can also see your top selling items, so you can adjust or customize the site to emphasize them more. Or maybe you'd like to offer a coupon for one of the items that isn't that successful in order to promote it. So this information is really insightful and helpful in order to make you better, improve the marketing and the site. And another layer is the people overview. It gives you indication about the people behind the screen, your customers, the leads, your top spending customers, your customer retention. And you can see the difference between just a lead or a visitor on your site and a paying customer, and try to understand what was the difference between them and what led just a visitor to become a paying customer and how you can increase this conversion. But if all of the above wasn't just what you needed, then you have the ability to create custom reports. You can choose the data that you'd like to see. You can choose how you'd like to see it, right? So it can be graphs, it can be tables, whatever you like, and whatever fits exactly what you need in this moment and what you want to analyze and see. So summing it up, these were the reports and analytics, and actually the whole of the CRM. We've covered the automations and getting paid tools and financial tools and reports and marketing. And we really hope that all of this will just help you run your business better. So yeah.
Go explore.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
We covered so much today. How to set up your business, make sure it's ready for business, how to get more traffic and sales, and how to streamline your workflows with all these tools within Wix, either it's the editor or the Ascend. 2020 changed the way we manage and grow our businesses. If you think about last year and how many things you changed in your business, in some cases, you need to want to make sure that it's on-the-go business management. You need to make sure that you need the hybrid platforms. I see many fitness trainers that now experts in Zoom sessions. I see many business owners that change the way they do business with delivery and shipping, and everything is being changed. The importance of customers' relationship is really crucial these days, because your customers is your loyalty people that continue to build with your brand and buy from your brand no matter which changes you do. You need to make sure to have one place to manage everything. If it's your marketing tools, your CRM tools, to make life easier for you as a business. And remote working, making understand that we need a platform that have different type of rules and permission if we manage people remotely. 2020 really changed our business. And if we look in 2021, there are two trends that I want you to think about. One of them is make sure that our business need to be much more adaptive, which means that we need to change all the time the way we do marketing. One time it could be Instagram, the other way it could be influencers, could be Google, could be paid, could be organic. And we need to make sure that we have the right platform to analyze and understand exactly the traffic, the leads, and the customers, and when we want to invest our money. So think about all the time how to make our business much more adaptive. Second, we need to make sure that we have an agile business. We need to make sure that our customers getting the right message at the right time with nice automations, with things that are out of the box that make your life easier and make your workflows really, really easy. I think it's a great opportunity for you, think that 2021, going into this session, going over these tools and the things you can use in order to make your business scale, grow much more efficiently through 2021. Good luck to all of you. Thank you very much.